How y'all doing tonight? Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to take a look at the lasers. The lasers of nowadays are part of the art world, so I invested in one. It's called a McPow X3 5-watt laser. It's not the most powerful laser, but it does good with graphics and stuff like that. And I want to do a little name tag for a wooden box that I made, so that's what we're going to do. And we're going to take a look here at the software and around. And this is called laser burn. And this is how you set it up. It's pretty complicated stuff. But here's the little name I'm going to do right there. And we'll take a look at the laser. And those of you who are not familiar with them, probably are going to be like, wow, that's quite the thing. So you can see it's a McPow. And this is the actual laser itself. This is a great little machine. It runs on USB. You can put a micro SD card in there and run off that and pull an image off it. It's got an alarm button, a quick switch button here for emergencies. Sometimes the lasers, fires can happen, or you never know, something could go wrong. Got an on and off switch here. And the one I like about this is you can actually turn this off and on with a key switch. So setting up this is pretty simple. I'm using a small piece of wood here, basswood. And what you have to do really is this little thing right here. This is a measuring tool. You have to actually set the height of the laser right here. And this has to go under it. And if it doesn't, you have to use a screw right here. You can drop it down, up and down, whatever. And once you get it set, you pull it out. You're ready to go. So I've already kind of set up some of this stuff to make it a little bit easier and faster because I don't want too big of a video. And we're going to take a watch here. We'll watch it while it's doing it. Got glasses right here. You should have these glasses if you use a laser because it's quite a bright thing. So what we're going to do is go back over to the computer. And the first thing we want to do is make sure that the wood is where it belongs, which is kind of right down here in the corner. And this is what's called the homing section right here. It's homed. So it's already been homed. I did that already, and you can frame it right here. You can see my mouse on frame, and I hit frame, and it's going to show me where that's going to print. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. I've got the settings up here already started, and we're going to give it a shot. So we're going to go with the start button right here, and we're going to hit yes because it says it could be out of bounds, but I know it's not. And we're going to watch what it does. And it shouldn't bother your eyes, but see, that was a total failure. So, it's kind of a trial and error thing until you learn everything you got to do. And let's move this one out of the way here. And let me turn this around and find out what the problem was. So what we should have probably had was, this has, you've got a line, you've got a fill, and you've got offset fill. So I believe what we wanted to do is fill. And that's probably why we had a problem. So we're going to go ahead and we'll start it again and see what happens. And this really shouldn't be out of range. I'm not sure why it's showing that. And it's still not going where it's supposed to go. So we go back again and see if we can find out why it's not going back. So I think what I'm going to do is, it did say it was out of position, so I'm going to move this a little bit and see if it makes a difference. Now I'm going to frame it again. And that shows it's going to frame and print in the correct place. I'm not sure why it's not, but, and I don't know why it keeps saying it's out of bounds. I don't know. It shouldn't be saying that. We'll try to make it a little bit smaller. We'll frame it again. It's not out of bounds, so it should be working. There. She's starting. Let's hope it works. It's not very dark yet, and sometimes you have to use multiple passes. And that's okay. But as you can see, it's not very dark as of yet. This also tells you how long it will take. And that's showing quite a bit of time on there. Well, it's only one word, so about 45 seconds or something like that. And what we'll do here is you can actually increase the power on it. And that's probably what it is not enough power on it. It could also be a dirty laser. Now I've used this quite a bit lately, so it's very possible that that might be the problem. So I'm going to increase I'm going to slow it down a little bit so it goes a little bit slower. I'm going to increase the power to 100%. And then I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to frame it again. And we're going to start all over again and do it again. And it should be going over the one that was already working. And now you can start to see where it's actually starting to print some. Of course, that light's pretty bright, so it's hard to tell while it's printing. But it is definitely getting darker. I might have to go over this again a couple of times until we get it right. But there is that possibility that it does have a little bit of dirt on the lens or something like that. You do have to clean these things every now and then. And like I said, I did a lot of printing not too long ago. Of course, the area where I live in is pretty dusty, and it gets all dusty and whatever. But I won't bore you with another round here. We'll see if we can get through this round here. And we've got not too long, a number of seconds left to go. And it's showing that it's done. But it certainly is not as dark as I would like it to be. So to go ahead and run it again. But I wanted you guys to get an idea of the X-PAL Laser Engraver. And this thing does cut too, but it'll only cut up to about 3 millimeter, which is fairly thin. But you know, stuff like Christmas ornaments that you hang on the Christmas tree, and you can actually do some jewelry, earrings and stuff like that. And so it is pretty versatile. It's well worth looking into. If it was me again, I would probably at least get a 10 watt. PAL does make a pro version that's a 10 watt. It's a lot better. It's got air assist and stuff like that. So I'd recommend that if you're going to get into it. It's not a whole lot more money. This one was under $200. And you can get started that way. Of course, you'll be buying some more material to cut with and whatever. But otherwise, hey, it'll work. Well, have a good day, and I hope this gave you guys a little bit of a intro on lasers for artwork. Have a good day, and we'll catch you later.